Listen, yeah, I'm glad you enjoy my work, but I'm working with two people who are not very fond of either of your groups right now. Yeah, Vector and Nicole would kill me if they found out I did this. Don't get me wrong, I would love to do it for you, but Bram, what? How much? We're talking Ilian with a B? B as in. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you said. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. I can get that to you as soon as you need it. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to go. I'll talk to you later. Uh,
Hello, all. My name is Kyle Pepitone, aka the Kingpin parentheses of Spades, and today we're going to be revamping some band logos. I just got off the phone with people from Reverse Retrograde and Skeletons and Suits, and if those names sound familiar, it's because they're the two bands that Vector Lynn and Nicole used to be a part of. Not respectively, it's the other way around. Anyway, so not the best move on my part. Definitely not the most loyal, but in my defense, I am graduating college soon without a job at the moment, and it doesn't look like Heavy as the Crown is taking off anytime soon. Unless you want to subscribe through the link in the description, that'd be pretty cool. And just a suggestion, but it's right there. Right down there. Really help all four of us out. And then some. You could try it right there. All right. But also, come on. They don't need to know that I took a job from the two bands that kicked them out. So we're just gonna keep it between us, okay? Just gonna be our little secret, okay? Thanks. Anyway, another reason I took this job is because these two bands are in desperate need of help. I know Vector said he did a lot of the graphic work for Skeletons Soups, and I hope he didn't mean the logo. Because here's what both bands looked like before I got through with them. Reverse Retrograde's logo? Okay, not bad. Skeletons and Suits logo, which is a dumpster fire. So, let's mix it up a bit. So, overall, the two band logos followed roughly the same steps, but let's begin with Reverse Retrograde, Nicole's X-Band. The double backwards R is good enough to stand on its own, but it could be better. And so I went through a couple ideas, really working with the double R's, trying to make it some kind of space theme, because if you didn't know, Mercury is the planet that appears in retrograde, which means it appears to be moving backward, but it's not actually moving backward. It's a whole big science spiel that I'm the artist here. I don't do the research of the names and stuff, so you can look that up on your own. But reverse retrograde basically means reverse. Anyway, I wanted to combine the initials of reverse retrograde, RR, with the symbol for Mercury. And I didn't say this on the phone call, it didn't seem important, but I don't have much experience with Adobe Illustrator. Seriously, this is literally all I've done in Illustrator. Yeah, not much. But as an art student, I have been taught on how to approach learning new programs. That's right, good old YouTube tutorials. So once I got the basics of Illustrator down, I'm like, piece of cake. I imported an image of what I drew, of what I wanted the design to be, and I broke it down into basic shapes, that being circles, rectangles, and triangles. And then I used the shape tool and combined the things I needed and obliterated the things I don't, i.e. deleted. Then I just went around playing with different styles, but like the base one was going to be black and all done. Then I also experimented around with the font a little bit, just like which word do I want in reverse, because they both mean reverse, like I said before. Do I want either of them in reverse? What font do I use? I probably spent more time on the words than I did the actual logo, but you don't need to tell the people at Reverse Retrograde that. They're paying me a handsome amount to do this, so shh. Anyway, that's all I really have to say about the logo, but I just want to talk a little bit about Nicole and her ex-band. So Reverse Retrograde, if you didn't know, is a British rock band from, well, Britain. And they've gone through a couple of singers throughout their time as a band, Nicole being the latest, or was the latest up until 2017, when she was literally and physically kicked out of the band for being annoying. And I can say, working with her as part of the Heavy is the Crown digital marketing team, yeah, she is. She's very full of herself and is constantly talking, which I get for a radio show, yeah. But like there's a time when you need to be like, okay, you've said your point, please stop. But here's the new design for Reverse Retrograde. Sorry, Nicole. Now for the new Skeletons and Suits logo. Like I said before, this one was in need of a major upgrade because what they had before, this, should not have been able to pass for as long as it did. But as previously mentioned, this logo also took a lot of the same steps that I did for the Reverse Retrograde logo. Draw it out on paper, import it into the computer, break it down into basic shapes using the pen tool, connect the desired shapes, and add pizzazz. Although, I will say, coming up with a design for this logo was excruciatingly tedious. I wanted to do something similar to what I did with Reverse Retrograde and incorporate the initials of the band, Skeletons and Suits, SIS, into the logo itself. And I'm like, oh, that's easy. Ribs are curvy, S's are curvy, eyes are straight, spines are straight. And so I spent iteration after iteration trying to make it so the ribs on the outside formed the two S's, and then the spine in the middle was the I, S-I-S, Skeletons and Suits. And I tried over and over and over and over, and it just wasn't working. Finally, I got the idea from a friend to take it a different route. And instead of trying to incorporate the initials, incorporate an idea. So instead of the spine being the I, they said, why don't you just make it a tie in the middle with ribs around it? And I'm like, that's a much better idea. And when I finally drew it out, I'm like, that's it. And I love how it turned out. But that also meant, we have to go into a little more complicated shapes this time. Hope you're ready, beginner me. And I was. I think I handled it pretty well. So I went through and traced all the ribs and the tie with the pen tool just because it was easier, because the shapes were a little bit more complex to do, and then straighten out the points a little bit afterwards. And then colored it in, and it was almost done, but it felt a little too flat because I didn't go with the initial idea of working with initials like I did for Reverse Retrograde. So this one felt like more of an image, where Reverse Retrograde felt like more of a logo, if that makes sense, because they're technically both logos, but one's more typography, Reverse Retrograde, where Skeletons and Suits is more of a graphic, kind of. I don't know. I just make pretty pictures. I don't know the words to them. But I wanted to add a little bit of shading because it just felt a little too flat, like I said. And so I went through, added shading to cast shadows on the ribs, and also did it for the tie to make it fold, because ties fold. And many people don't know how to do that, but I assure you, they fold. And that's how we ended up with a little bit longer work time, but it was definitely worth it. Let's talk about Vector a little bit, because he's also got an ego to him and is very against anything he doesn't consider, air quotes, real music. He's rock and metal to the core, to a fault. And so I understand why he was voted off of Skeletons and Suits. Kind of like a dating show. I don't get it either, but that's the story he's told us. Yeah, weird. But honestly, they're both not great to work with. That's kind of probably why I took this job, just to, do something with what I'm studying here at school, and also distance myself a little bit from them, because they are, I don't have the right word for it. They are they. That's the best way to describe it. But I also got to learn Illustrator. So, wasn't all bad or disloyal or whatever. Something actually got to grow out of this. Me, I got to grow. Not heavy as the crown. They're still stuck. Like I said, you can still subscribe to them in the bottom. Oh, the time lapse is done. Well, let's have a look at what I did. All right. And now, before I show you the finished products, just want to remind you, this is the before, and this is the after. I'm pretty proud of how they turned out, and I hope you like them too. And I'm not going to lie, I would wear them on a shirt. Don't tell them that, though. Shh. But if you like this video, please feel free to share it. Just if you could keep it away from Vector and Nicole, that'd be cool. Obviously, I want this video to get out to as many people as possible because I'm proud of what I did. But if you could just share it in a way that it doesn't reach them, that'd be cool. Actually, I have an idea. Down below, there is a Vector and Nicole repellent button that will keep them away from this video specifically. It's bright red and it says subscribe. So if you hit that, it'll keep them away from this video and I won't get in trouble. And as an extra measure, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button too, that like button, because that will also act as a secondary defense against Vector and Nicole if they come to this video. So I hope you don't want me to get in trouble, and I hope you'll do that. And I hope you also have a great day. Until next time, bye.